Exie, how old are you?
I am 24 years old.
Exie, how long have you been using blues?
For exactly about a year now. That's how long I've been out here in Phoenix as well. So,
Where are you from originally?
I'm from Utah.
And how'd you get started with blues?
I honestly started using them because I got fibromyalgia, and my friends pretty much just said it would help me with my pain, and I started taking them, and then yeah, I had at first I had an unlimited supply to them, so it was no big deal, and I could use as much as possible. But after that, they ended up no, we're doing an interview. Hold on, goodness. Anyway, they ended up robbing me and leaving me out here. So I was thrown on the streets with absolutely nothing pretty fast, and then it got hard as hell to get them. My bad. It got hard to get them. So
You mentioned fibromyalgia. What is that?
that's a nerve. Well, it's a disease. Like my nerve endings are shot. They're dying pretty much. So I'm losing feeling. And like my hands and all the way on my feet, I've lost feeling through my feet and all the way up to my mid calf and shin, whatever. And yeah, it's just painful.
And
really painful. I wake up most days just crying, honestly. And I haven't been taking my medicines like I was supposed to for a couple months, and so that's why they just said, here, do this. I used to use marijuana and spice to help with the pain, but it was getting too much. It was too much of I don't know, a struggle out here to get those things when I first came out here. So that's why I tried the blues.
Is that fibromyalgia condition, is that something you've had all your life, or it's something recent?
It's something that it didn't show up until when I was about 21, 22. When I was pregnant with my son, I started having pain in my hands. I didn't understand what it was. And then after I had my son, and my hands would go completely numb while I was holding him and stuff. That's when I decided to go get it checked out. And yeah, that's when they told me I had that. So.
How old is your son?
He's 4.
Where's your son at?
He's in Utah with his grandma.
Do you miss your baby?
Yes, I miss both my babies. I have another daughter that's 6. And I miss them a lot, but that's another reason why I kind of turned to drug use, kind of to numb the emotional, mental pain as well as the physical. Because they were taken from me before I even did anything. I didn't even use weed back then, and they were still taken from me. I don't know. I think not for very good reason. There wasn't even really a reason, honestly. Once they started an investigation and took the kids out of my care. Well, they took my daughter because I was pregnant with my son at the time. And once they started, it was like there was no way to stop it, because after they took my daughter, I was doing perfectly fine, and they took my son right after, when he was like 9 months old. So.
When's the last time you saw your kids?
Probably 2 years ago. When I saw them face to face. I mean, I've seen them on video chats, stuff like that, but it's not the same. I don't know.
You as a parent, there's a lot of young people out here on the streets. What's the youngest you've seen?
I saw this girl. She was like 11 or 12, maybe 13, at the max 13. And her mom had her out here. Well, it was like her stepmom. I don't know. She was a horrible woman. I hated that woman. She had her out there holding signs and begging men for money. She specifically told her to only go ask men for money because she was hungry. And so that was just all bad. And she was smoking blues, and she was giving her cigarettes to smoke and stuff like that. And the girl just always kept asking every day to try, to try and smoke blues. She wanted to try it. She was paying for it. And yeah, it was so sad.
Why do you think it's very popular with young people nowadays?
I don't know. It's just a drug that makes you feel good, Don't have to worry about anything else. I think it's just popular just because they're out here on the streets. You know what I mean? They see other people doing it and think it's cool. And it's really not that cool, but yeah.
What advice would you give parents? There's a lot of parents that are worried about their 13, 14, 15-year-old kid at school, being influenced in negative fashion. What advice would you give the parents to watch out for, to look out for?
Kids, people who isolate themselves, you know what I mean? Because, I don't know, most situations that I've heard or witnessed, they just isolate, they want to be away from people. They'll get very angry a lot, like flash out a lot. That's very, even the older people out here who do them, they get mad very easy when they don't have their, they don't have their fix or whatever. And the withdrawals are bad, no matter what. Even if you've only tried a couple of them, you'll still withdraw fast. They got fentanyl in them, so fentanyl, when it leaves your body, even when doctors have used fentanyl for medical reasons, when it leaves somebody's body, it's pretty dramatic. You get hooked on them really fast, and you withdraw from them fast too. So, yeah, just look out for isolation, bipolar behavior, it just, I don't know, nodding out, people falling asleep, being so way too tired, anything like that. And honestly, I've seen a lot of people aren't very hungry. They don't eat, they don't think about eating. If they do, they're thinking about eating sweets and stuff like that. So, I don't know, I would just worry about that. And it's people who use blues, they have this look to them when they're sick, I don't know how to describe it, but it's like the sweat, they just look not oily, but not oily, like a pale sweat. I don't know how to describe it, but you can tell when somebody's sick from blues. So just pay attention to that, I guess.
Those are some of the signs to look for as a parent?
I would, yeah.
Where do you think you'll be in 3 months?
In 3 months, I hope my boyfriend will be out of jail and he'll be sober, and that's what I'm working on right now while he's away. I don't know how long he's gonna do, but he just got locked up 3 weeks ago. And I just want to be prepared for him to be sober in a different mindset, so I want to be at the same mindset as him, honestly. So I'm trying so hard I've cut down so much already, because I don't ever want to be separated from him again. It's hard out here by yourself, So I'm hoping that he can be out and we can be back to our normal life, with no blues and just us.
You said you don't want to be separated from your boyfriend ever again?
No.
It's hard being out here by yourself?
Yes, very. I get robbed. I've been jumped for my pills. I've been just being a girl out here by myself. I've had people follow me for days and days just to rob me. It's sad. I get things stolen from me almost every time I close my eyes. So I just literally just got stolen from when I took a nap right there behind that bus stop that they just. Oh wow. Anyway, but yeah, I was just barely there and I just barely fell asleep, and they just took I just had paid for a drink, some sodas that this guy who was walking around selling. I just bought, literally drank it and left me the empty bottles by my foot. It was just stupid stuff. And my lighter, they took my lighter. Just simple things like that. I swear every day I get something taken from me.
That more the reason for you to get off of this, right? And just get sober and just live a healthy, better life, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Exy, thank you very much for talking to me. Thank you very much for sharing your story. As I mentioned, the purpose of this channel is to create prevention through awareness. By you sharing your story, having the courage to open up, share your story, you might help save a life out there. Somebody that's gonna pay attention and be like, wow, I was tempted, or I'm always getting, some 14-year-old out there is getting bullied, or her friends, right, quote unquote friends, are offering these pills, and now after watching your video, maybe they'll decide not to, right, because they'll lose everything, right?
Definitely.
So Exy, I wish you the best of luck. I'll stay in contact, and you be safe out here, okay?
Thank you.